So my brain changed, literally my brain changed. Not my eyes changed, they are probably the same, but my brain changed. I see now image quality a little bit different. I see quality in an image in places where before I haven't seen anything. Maybe I become older or my brain changed. I don't know. Let me change the street sign here because over there is shadow. Yeah, it's super bright outside. It's super bright outside. We are currently in Berlin, Kreuzberg, Neukölln. Yeah, as I started my video business and I started to make edits for clients, I always thought that a lot of movement would be cool, parallax effects and everything, but recently I discovered when I just pan and tilt the camera a little bit with a really good tripod head and to just pan it a little bit left and right or up and down, that looks way better when the movement is smooth and professional. I like this way more. I discovered it on my recent project for a very big client. This very big client is voestalpine. I work for them the second time now. The first time was 2 years ago. They booked me out of the blue 3 days before the event because they had no one else and they relied on me. I did a good job, so they booked me again. Much bigger project, and I discovered on this edit because I was looking for quality shots and I saw one certain shot that was amazing. That looks nice, it has a little bit foreground to it, the movement is nice, and the other shots with like more handheld and a little bit not so ultra smooth movement, I didn't like them so much. So maybe I change my style in the future a bit. And this editing style doesn't come from YouTube tutorials or what. When you then Google cinematic YouTube editing tutorials, you mostly see wipe transitions and stuff, but you know, you shouldn't watch too much YouTube sometimes when you want to develop a videography business, at least not on the channel I watched recently. Also, I think too much YouTube is also not good for Lumix because they watch a lot of YouTube. They recently released then the Lumix S9, now new firmware and now an 18 to 40 millimeter lens and an S5D. I mean, what? I mean, I try to see the good in everything. I try to understand it and maybe from a marketing perspective, but I saw the comments under the live stream. I saw the comments under a lot of YouTube videos and they were not positive, my friend. I mean, I tried to be positive, but that was not at all positive.
Wildenbruch platzen.
So one of the main reasons they released now the Lumix S5D is the LiDAR compatibility. Drop a like or a comment if you are one of these guys that uses this LiDAR technology. None of you? Okay, what I expected. This LiDAR technology, I think that's a pretty cool step if you use like manual lenses or lenses that are anamorphic or such a things. And these lenses are cool, yes, but I don't think that a lot of people use this. Maybe they want to sell now, that I read it also under some comments, the not sold Lumix S5s, and they want to make a little bit more money out of the old S5s. They just rebranded it. I'm not sure if this could have been literally an update because I don't know. It's the same sensor, the same technique. Show me the hardware that hinders the Lumix S5 in becoming an S5D. I don't know, can't be such a big deal. I don't know, maybe. And the Lumix S5D is then, it comes with this kit lens. I mean, yeah, I know, I understand this kit lens. It's a little versatile lens. It's literally ultra versatile. And this lens is 18 to 40 millimeters, f4.5 to f6 point something or something like that. It retracts then. When you want to use it, you have to turn it and it becomes a little bit longer and it can become like a 120 millimeter lens. I think that's super cool that people can live with lenses that has no image quality at all, and they embrace the chromatic aberration, and they can live without any depth of field. That is pretty cool in my opinion. For me as professionals, for me as a professional, and a lot of professionals want a new Lumix S1H. That's basically what we want, isn't it? The need for an S5 Mark II comes not only from me. A lot of people want this, but I think a lot of people that are on Reddit are not often on YouTube. They're not content creators. There's a difference between people that like to make social media content and people that wants to work with the camera, that make their money and their living with the camera, like me. We want some other things as these, I don't know, normal cameras that are made for the normal consumer, that are made for like the general people that want to have their first camera and stuff. I know why Lumix is doing this, because the market for okay cameras and okay lenses that are not so ultra expensive is huge, especially in Asia, and people that maybe wants to work with the camera are not so much. I mean, how much people do you know that have a normal camera, and how much people do you know that work for real with the camera? We are not so many. And why am I in Berlin-Neukölln here? Because I just picked up my Reisepass, basically my passport, that I can travel to Egypt, because in not more than 2 weeks we will be in Egypt for 12 days, and I'm looking very forward to a nice vacation. The only vacation this year in October. For which person is the Lumix S5D? Well, for the person that wants to use the LiDAR system, or that uses already the LiDAR system. But I think a lot of people want the new S1 lineup, a new full frame lineup in the S1, like the S1R, the S1H, or a general S1 Mark II, and that's what a lot of people want. But recently we didn't get it. I think Nikon and Sony and Canon, every other camera brand is now ahead of Lumix when it comes to very, very good full frame cameras. I mean, the Nikon Z9 or something is very, very good, and if I wouldn't have so many Lumix lenses and gear, I would probably leave the boat and sail to the other harbor, to Nikon or something. But in my perspective, you always want the latest and greatest gear. Also, I want the latest and greatest gear, but it's not always that we need the latest and greatest gear, at least not in my position. So I think Lumix missed the opportunity to develop a very good full-frame camera now. The Lumix S5D is more for the people that wants to work with this LiDAR system, or that already work with the LiDAR system. Again, if you're one of these guys, drop a comment here. I think we will not find anyone. And if you are like me, you want a new S1 lineup. I want a new S1H Mark II and the new S1R Mark II. And if you also want a new S1 lineup, then maybe drop a comment. Let's see how many people are here that wants a professional, high-quality camera. When you see other camera manufacturers like Nikon, Sony, Canon, they all have superior full-frame professional cameras out now. And I don't know, Lumix focused on recently on this, I don't know, consumer market or whatever, or the beginner market. I don't know if it's just a good move. I guess they did this because they like money. And there's also new firmware. New firmware for the Lumix S9 that you can record now unlimited, as long as the camera doesn't get too hot. I guess it's cool when you use this camera in a colder environment or something, then you can record unlimited. And I don't know. Then some new firmware, I didn't dive too deep in it, but because there's some firmware in the Lumix S5 Mark II and some new Lumix S5 II X software thing going on. Yeah, I don't know if you have to do a big press conference or a big announcement because of that. I wouldn't have done it. But I'm not marketing. I'm just full-time video producer that helps sometimes million and billion-dollar companies with marketing. Well, no, I'm just joking. No, that was not a joke. I really help billion-dollar companies with marketing, but I'm I cannot say that I am good at marketing when it comes to cameras, I don't know, because I want always high quality professional, the best of the best camera. And yeah, but for me is the Lumix S1H still one of the best cameras. I like this camera so much, and for me is this the camera of choice because of the OLPF filter. You can do all kinds of work with this camera, also fashion, and you have no moire at all. The image just looks nice. You have an incredible image quality, and image quality is that what I want. Will I get the S1H Mark II? After the last announcement I was like, just I wait. Before I was like I want to order it immediately, but now I wait a little bit. Let me know what you think about the new Lumix S5 Mark D and the software update. The only improvement is the LiDAR system, the D on the S5 in front of it. I think something else, was it? I don't know, maybe better image stabilization? I don't know. Let me know what you think.